President, Mr. Jacob Thomas, Senior Vice President, Student and Staff Welfare, Mrs. Sarah Jacob, Principal, Dr. Madhav Dev Saraswat, members of ACM, teachers and students, esteemed delegates and distinguished guests. It is with great pleasure and honor that I welcome all of you to the Model United Nations Conference of Good Shepherd International School.
Today marks the beginning of an inspiring journey where minds will converge, ideas will flourish, and diplomacy will take center stage. This is a momentous occasion where we come together not only as students, but as global citizens, united by our shared commitment to understanding, cooperation, and finding solutions to the world's most pressing issues.
Throughout history, the Model United Nations has stood as a beacon of hope, fostering dialogue, empathy, and innovative thinking among future leaders. As we gather here today, we embark on a simulation that mirrors the complexities of our world, providing us with a platform to delve into international affairs, negotiate, and seek resolutions that transcend boundaries. The flag presentation ceremony is more than just a symbolic gesture. It is a tangible reminder of the shared values and aspirations of the global community. It sets the stage for a productive and engaging upcoming MUN conference, where delegates can engage in meaningful dialogue and work towards common goals. We will now have the flag presentation by the students of grade 8.
When we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone, somewhere will soon make a change. We all a part of God's great big family. And the truth, you know, love is all we need. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. Well, send them your heart
The
so
United
they know
Nations.
that someone cares and they're
Australia.
As God has shown us, by turning stone to bread,
Austria.
so we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world. We are
France.
children. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. Oh, there's a choice we're making.
Greece.
We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me.
India.
We get down and out, there seems no hope at all. But if you just
Indonesia.
there's nowhere we can fall. Well, let's realize, oh, that a change can
Italy.
when we stand together as one.
Kenya.
We are
Malaysia,
Myanmar,
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
New Zealand,
It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me.
Russia,
Saudi Arabia,
Singapore,
It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. Oh, let me hear it.
Switzerland,
Gonna be all the children. Let's start giving.
Thailand,
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
United Arab Emirates,
We make a better day. Just you and me. Come on now, let me hear you. We are
the United Kingdom,
the world. We are the children.
the United States of America,
Better day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making.
This opening ceremony will feature the speeches of the co-chairs of the different committees comprising the Model United Nations of Good Shepherd International School. Let us now welcome the Deputy Secretary General, Abraham Jacob, managing the operations of UN Secretariat at the Good Shepherd Model United Nations.
MUN to me and the global student community has been a platform for individual growth. I gained most of my awareness of the world through reading books and newspapers and listening to the adults around me. I always loved to engage in conversation about global affairs, yet never managed to find my place as everyone was too old. MUN, however, offered me a chance to go beyond my little world and understand what my generation thinks. And it was fun. I really appreciate what MUN gave me. It's truly an honor for me to be here, and I'm excited to see how our GSMUN will progress through what we expect to be controversial topics, heated debates, and amazing learning experiences. However, we must strive to maintain the highest standards of our MUN, ensuring our discipline and the overall welfare of our community. We expect you all to embody the spirit of your country, know your national and international interests, and understand your global significance. Make note of your relationships with other member states and act according to that. This event is yours, so although it seems like quite a bit, I want you all to push yourselves and bring out the best you can. Endeavor to be the best delegate you can be and participate as much as possible. The skills you develop here will carry you throughout your life. Public speaking, argument building, and persuasion skills are a few of these. The importance of the GSMUN is to, and I quote, "Together build a world we want, a world we are proud to leave to our children and grandchildren." I unquote. Ban Ki-moon, former Secretary General of the UN. Now, this next bit depends on you all, but I'm glad that we could lead this GSMUN to be one of the greatest GSMUNs ever. I might be pressurizing you to do well, but for us, this is the benchmark that we all wish to set. So go for it, surpass yourself, rack your brain to keep arguing, and find the best solution for your agendas. Finally, thank you for your hard work, and thank you for being with us on this journey. This is Deputy Secretary General Abraham Jacob at your service for GSMUN 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Abraham. The Secretary General is the head of the Secretariat, the administrative body of the United Nations. They are responsible for overseeing the organization's day-to-day operations and ensuring that its various organs and agencies function effectively. In addition to their formal duties, the Secretary General also plays an important role in fostering a sense of community among delegates. I welcome our Secretary General for the GSMUN 2023, Shreyansh Mali, to the stage to declare the GSMUN open.
I, Shreyansh Mali, Secretary General, now declare Good Shepherd Model United Nations 2023 open.
Thank you, Shreyansh. Now, presenting the committees. At the forefront of global peace and security stands the United Nations Security Council, UNSC. Through deliberation, negotiation, and decision-making, the Security Council addresses conflicts, deploys peacekeeping missions, imposes sanctions, and authorizes military actions when deemed necessary. Please join me in welcoming Aryavats, co-chair of the Security Council.
Distinguished delegates, welcome to the United Nations Security Council, the most powerful organ of United Nations, responsible for maintaining global peace and security. I am Aryavats, the committee co-head for this session, and I'm honored to be introducing this committee in collaboration with Kevin Joseph, who will head this session, and Swara, who will be our rapporteur for this year. The Security Council consists of 15 members, 5 of which are permanent and have a veto power, while the other 10 are elected by the General Assembly for a 2-year term. The first agenda for this session is preventing escalation of Israel-Palestine conflict. This agenda is of utmost importance as it is concerned with one of the longest running and the most complex conflicts in the world. It has its roots in the historical, religious, and political claims of both sides over the land of Palestine. The conflict also involved many regional and international actors such as Egypt, Jordan, Syria, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, the European Union, the United States, and now the United Nations. We expect delegates to present fruitful solutions in this regard while illustrating the role UNSC can play in mitigating this conflict, which brings us to our second agenda for this session, the role of allied countries in mitigating conflicts and humanitarian crises. The delegates are expected to illustrate how allies of both parties can play a crucial role in mitigating Israel-Palestine conflict, as well as discuss the previous precedents when allied countries have attempted in solving the humanitarian crises. Delegates, you will be expected to be well-versed on the agendas and all factors that play into it. You will be expected to produce well-written and solution-oriented directives with your blocks. We hope to see comprehensive research on various aspects of the agendas and the delegates to think on their feet to come up with realistic and innovative solutions, whatever the situation on the ground may be. We urge you to uphold the principles and values of United Nations and work together in spirit of collaboration and cooperation. We also encourage you to use the resources and information available to you, such as the research report and the rules of procedure. Of course, additional research will result in better resolutions and better outcome for the committee as a whole. The experience so far in the mock debate has been good due to the enthusiastic participation of our handpicked delegates. We have witnessed constructive debates, insightful perspectives, and innovative proposals from our delegates. We expect this to continue in the upcoming sessions, and we hope to see really good resolution papers being presented. We are confident that as UNSC delegates, you will carry forward the mantle that we hope to pass on to you. A UNSC committee truly sums up the ethos of model UNs, cooperation, research, and skillful diplomacy. Delegates, you must imbibe this within yourselves. Good luck.
Thank you, Arya. Dedicated to safeguarding our planet's environment, the United Nations Environment Programme, or the UNEP, stands as the leading global authority on environmental issues within the United Nations system. Let us welcome Himani Sarvaiya, co-chair of UNEP.
Good morning to each and everyone present here. I am Himani Sarvaiya, the co-head of the United Nations Environment Programme. UNEP is a new committee to be introduced to GSMUN this year, and I am quite excited to be heading this committee along with our head, Yashvi Gajera, and our rapporteur, Atharv Arora. The United Nations Environment Programme is the foremost global authority on environmental matters. UNEP's objective is to motivate, empower, and educate nations and individuals to enhance their quality of life while safeguarding the well-being of future generations. UNEP tackles some of the most urgent environmental challenges facing humanity, such as ozone layer restoration, marine conservation, and the advancement of an environmentally sustainable and inclusive economy. Its initiatives are concentrated on aiding countries in transitioning to a low-carbon and resource-efficient economies, reinforcing environmental governance and legalization, preserving ecosystems, and furnishing policy decisions with evidence-based data. The agendas we have chosen are discussing the responsibilities of developed nations in combating climate change and supporting climate-affected nations, and evaluating the environmental impacts of electric automobiles and biodegradable materials. We chose these agendas because they are concerned with important global issues that need to be addressed in today's times. It is important to discuss how we can collectively come up with solutions to fight the severe climate change faced around the world together as one. As a committee, we also must confront the serious environmental impacts that electric vehicles do and the possibility that they are not a suitable, sustainable option. The biodegradable waste management is also an issue that needs to be addressed as it has also harmed our environment severely. I have learned a lot from the process thus far. Through our committee meetings, mock debates, and heated arguments, I discovered the potential of our delegates and how they will help make this year's MUN a great success for UNEP. The head rapporteur and I have worked collaboratively to help prepare the delegates to come up with solutions that will eventually be the ones saving our planet for our upcoming future. And we wish them all the very best for the next 3 days. We hope that during these days, there will be meaningful debates and that each and every delegate will come up with reasoned solutions to help make our planet a better place. Our climate is changing. Why aren't we? Thank you.
Thank you, Himani. The Disarmament and International Security Committee, DISEC, aims to address pressing issues related to the proliferation of conventional weapons, nuclear disarmament, cyber warfare, and strategies to mitigate conflicts while ensuring global stability. Let us now welcome Sudarshan Karbari, co-chair of DISEC.
Good morning, everyone. It is my utmost pleasure to address you today as the co-head of DISEC, alongside Kanish, the head, and with the support of our rapporteur Rishi. Together, we form a dedicated team committed to fostering meaningful discussions on global security and disarmament. In our committee, DISEC, we tackle pressing issues that shape the landscape of international security. Our aim is to address the challenges related to disarmament, non-proliferation, and the maintenance of peace. Through rigorous analysis and constructive dialogue, we strive to develop comprehensive resolutions that reflect the collective wisdom and collaborative efforts of all delegates. For this year, we have carefully selected 2 engaging agendas. The first agenda focuses on the proliferation and regulation of private military contractors. In an era where non-state actors play a significant role in global security, it is crucial to examine the impact and implications of these contractors on national and international stability. The second agenda centers on mitigating the risks and consequences of armed attacks near nuclear power plants. This is a critical issue as the potential threats posed to such facilities have far-reaching implications on both security and the environment. We chose these agendas after extensive research and deliberations, aiming to foster lively discussions and encourage active participation from all delegates. In preparation, we have provided each delegate with a comprehensive research report for both agendas, which act as a valuable resource to guide their deliberations and decision-making processes. Throughout our sessions, we have witnessed remarkable enthusiasm and debates, from lively discussions on books versus movies to exploring the legalization of medicinal drugs. We've held extremely lively debates, but at times the delegates were so indecisive that we had to debate on topics like peanut butter versus jam. We anticipate the final day to be equally engaging, as delegates will delve deeper into our selected agendas and propose innovative solutions. As we move forward, our expectations remain high. We anticipate delegates to bring forth their expertise, engage in constructive dialogue, and collaborate in crafting resolutions that address the challenges before us. I express my utmost gratitude to each delegate for their active participation and invaluable contributions thus far. Wishing you all the very best for the upcoming sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudarshan. Let me shine a spotlight on the United Nations Human Rights Council, or the UNHRC. Nestled within the heart of the United Nations, the UNHRC serves as a beacon of hope and advocacy, championing the protection and promotion of human rights across the globe. Let us hear from the co-chair of the UNHRC, Abhinav Kumar Singh.
Good morning to one and all present here. I am Abhinav, the co-head for the United Nations Human Rights Council, with Rebecca Jacob as the head and Serene as a raptor. UNHRC is an intergovernmental body within the United Nations system responsible for strengthening the promotion and protection of human rights around the world. The main purpose of UNHRC is to address situations of human rights violation and make recommendations on them. We chose our first agenda as measures taken by working groups to prevent enforced or involuntary disappearances around the world. And we chose the second agenda as ensuring inclusivity and participation of individuals of indigenous or tribal descent in the government and judicial bodies. We chose these agendas as they are the current major problems in the world, and with scope for framing good resolution papers, they also provide the scope for heated debates in these agendas, which will make the delegates participate with enthusiasm. Our first agenda will include the possible solutions to prevent enforced or involuntary disappearances that lead to sexual slavery, which can include solutions like developing and applying model for shared decision-making for youth victims of sex trafficking, providing them with an agency for determining their course of action. Our second agenda is to discuss the participation of members of tribal or indigenous descent to participate in judicial or governmental bodies. That will include solutions like indigenous people will have the right to participate fully and effectively in decision-making through representatives chosen by themselves in accordance with their own procedures. We have found our committee to be engaging with a high level of debate and a strong sense of collaboration among delegates. As the days passed, delegates became more focused, prepared to come to a compromise regarding contentions, empowering us to create communicative abilities within the committee. Generally, everybody did great work involving themselves in heated debates about collaborating with one another to back up their restriction on resolutions or their partners. Our committee is particularly excited about debating in an unmoderated caucus, feeling that they ought to debate in such circumstances regularly. We anticipate that our delegates' state of mind will be directed to arguing logically with solid determination, bringing forward phenomenal thoughts for bringing our plans into fruition. Thank you and all the best for the upcoming sessions.
Thank you, Abhinav. Legal Assembly. Let us now direct our attention to the vital domain of the Legal Committee, or the 6th General Assembly. This esteemed assembly deliberates on matters spanning from international law, the rule of law, and the peaceful resolution of disputes to the creation and implementation of treaties and conventions. Let us welcome the co-chair of the Legal Assembly, Takshraj Vishal Jadeja.
Good morning to all present here. My name is Takshraj Jadeja and I am the co-head of the Legal Assembly. This committee is the 6th committee in the General Assemblies, which is a primary forum for considering legal questions in the General Assembly. This committee has been introduced in GSMUN for the first time, combining the elements of both Interpol and SpecPol committees. I've been working for the committee with Nidhi Agarwal as the head and Avantika as the rapporteur. Keeping in mind the current conflicts, the agendas chosen are developing protocols and a global accord to address cross-border land disputes, safeguarding member countries' air and maritime territories, and prevention of international conflicts, and ethical oversight and advancements of genetic engineering on all living beings. We chose these topics for GSMUN as they are related to the current situation. As for the first agenda, many conflicts are happening around the world, including the Russia-Ukraine war, the Israel-Palestine war, and many more. And for the second agenda, we chose genetic engineering on all living beings, as it is rapidly emerging in the current world. And prevention of ethical oversight is very important, as it leads to unethical use of science, knowledge, and practices with creatures. The first agenda talks about how protocols can be made or developed to address the various issues, like cross-border disputes, which may be land, marine, or air-based, which is an international aspect of international law and diplomacy. The second agenda talks about how we can prevent the unethical uses of genetic engineering for all living beings, and how genetic engineering can be practiced ethically. Our experience with the committee so far has been tremendous, as we could learn more about the committee and the agendas, as it was new to the GSMUN. It is also my first time taking a leadership role in the school, and the delegates are very supportive towards us, as they listen to the instructions about the procedures, participate enthusiastically in mock debates, learn how to make resolutions as well as position papers. And they were also eccentric when it came to the discussions we had so far. The best part of the committee was when there were unmoderated caucuses in mock debates. In the committee sessions, we expect heated debates from the delegates and relevant discussions about the resolutions. We also expect maximum participation and collaboration from all the delegates in the committee, so that everybody can get the chance to express their point of view. All the best to all the delegates on the committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Takshraj. The Economic and Financial Committee stands as the principal forum for deliberating on crucial economic and financial matters that profoundly influence the world's fiscal landscape. Let us welcome Vivek Prashant Bhai Jobanputra, co-chair of ECOFIN.
Good morning to all. I'm here to represent the Economic and Financial Affairs Council, ECOFIN. ECOFIN plays an important role in United Nations. And this year, it is going to be led by Jayamdeep Shah as the head and Neerav as rapporteur. I am privileged to co-head this committee with them. The committee looks forward to solving international disputes and maintaining peace. As an international body, it focuses on international trade, external debt, sustainability, securing financing and sustainable development, poverty eradication, globalization and interdependence. The Economic and Financial Committee of United Nations is responsible for dealing with questions about economics, global finance, growth and development around the world. For this year, the agendas that are chosen are addressing the escalating global debt crisis and assessing the effect of trade protectionism on global economy. These agendas are chosen as they are issues faced in today's world. We are expecting heated debates and fruitful discussions for these agendas. The global debt crisis has been a recurrent feature of global economy over past 50 years, involving both advanced economies, emerging market, and developing economies. Since the global financial crisis, another wave has been building, with global debt reaching up to all-time high 230% of global GDP in 2018. Debt has been translating into substantial burden for developing countries due to limited access to financing, rising borrowing costs, currency devaluation, and sluggish growth. Trade protectionism refers to government policies that restrict international trade to help domestic industries. These policies are usually implemented with goal of protecting domestic industries from foreign competition. Protectionist policies are typically focused on imports, but they may also involve other aspects of international trade such as product standard and government subsidies. The merits of protectionism are subject of fierce debates. Critics argue over the long term, protectionism often hurts the people and entities. It is intended to protect by slowing economic growth and increasing price inflation, making free trade a better alternative. This year, ECOFIN has 20 delegates and 1 co-delegate in the committee. It has been a good time with these delegates as they are cooperative and interactive. The delegates so far have been participating in every debate or discussion we had. Therefore, I and the head expect best from the delegates to make ECOFIN and GSMUN a success. Wish you all to have fruitful discussions and debates. Good luck and thank you.
Thank you, Vivek. The United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime, UNODC, is a pivotal agency combating illicit drugs and organized crime. Through international cooperation and capacity building, UNODC promotes justice, security, and health to create a more safer, more just world. Let us welcome Hansika Sanaya Pathapati, co-chair of the UNODC.
Good morning, everybody. I am Sanaya Pathapati, co-head of UNODC, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. UNODC's main mission, as its name suggests, is global drug control and crime prevention. This committee works with its member nations collaboratively to make the world safer from drugs, crime, corruption, and terrorism, to provide a safer world for the current and future generations. I will be leading this committee with Araya Vastani, and our rapporteur is Kashfi Bansal. We, as a team, will ensure that all the requirements and the visions of the committee are met with resounding success. Additionally, UNODC promotes justice for all, builds resilient societies, and contributes to the peace, security, and development of mankind as a whole. We work with the less spoken about and less publicized agenda of combating illegal wildlife trade and environmental crimes, as well as the much spoken about agenda of promoting the decriminalization of hard drugs in developing countries, such as Brazil, Mexico, Uruguay, Colombia, etc. For example, the issue of wildlife and environmental crimes remains abjectly neglected, despite the rising crime rates. On the other hand, drug abuse and drug trade, from trafficking and recreational use to medicinal use, are some of the most discussed issues globally. We have chosen these topics because they have not been vocalized in the previous MUNs before. So far I've had a productive learning experience, from managing unmoderated caucuses and allotting countries to helping the delegates with their resolutions, which has been enticing to say the least. I am looking forward to further working with the delegates during these 3 hopefully eventful days. We expect active participation from the committee, from all the delegates, including but not limited to exhilarating debates on controversial topics that emerge. We also expect all the delegates to be on their best behavior and to exude the highest level of respect towards their fellow delegates. Lastly, we hope that every delegate has an insightful learning experience. I hope a variety of discussions are hosted during these 3 very vital days, which will help create a dynamic and vivacious experience, as well as character-building opportunities, not only for the delegate, but for Araya and myself as the heads of UNODC. Thank you and good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Sanaya. The World Health Organization, or the WHO, serves as the leading global health agency, spearheading efforts to promote health, prevent diseases, and provide guidance and support during health emergencies. Let us hear from the co-chair of the WHO, Damian Matthews.
Good morning, all. I'm David Matthews, the co-chair of WHO, working with Ishan Katepur, the chair, and the rapporteur, Heer Sarvaya. For those unaware of the WHO, it is the World Health Organization. It stands for global unanimity in promoting and mitigating health issues faced worldwide. Ishan and I pushed the committee to perform well in debates, on topics relevant to the WHO. After a few weeks of fruitful discussion and compelling debates, the committee, as well as myself and Ishan, have learned a lot about the agenda and built on our own skills as well. Just observing the committee's debates soon became very tricky, as observing the committee's discussions as the committee continued to engage in dynamic and productive discussions. Ishan and I framed the discussions to relate to the committee and both agendas. Our first agenda is examining opportunities and challenges in telemedicine, electronic health records, and mobile health organizations. Telemedicine, or telehealth, refers to the digitization of healthcare. That telehealth is transforming healthcare, breaking barriers of time and space, and connecting patients and providers across the globe. On the other hand, telehealth also comes with many drawbacks. Some include cyber threats and possible misdiagnoses due to over-reliance on telehealth technology. Achieving a global consensus on the same is vital to ensure that patients being treated should not have breaches in their privacy or fear of misdiagnoses as a result of using telehealth technologies. The second agenda is ensuring food safety and sanitation in flea and farmers markets in developing nations. This agenda stresses the importance of maintaining a healthy and sanitary environment in markets and areas that can get very unsafe in terms of cleanliness of the food and the market in general. This agenda highlights the roots of COVID-19 and how it began as a result of unsanitary conditions in Chinese markets. Small-scale producers face a double challenge: to meet the global demand for fruits and vegetables and to comply with the strict quality and safety standards of the destination markets. However, adhering to strict regulations is crucial when preserving public health and avoiding health risks. Food safety is not only a public health concern, but also a key factor for the economic development of developing countries. With that, I believe that the committee can bring together great resolutions to both topics, as they both underline important issues that need to be addressed and resolved by the committee, especially if it endangers the health and welfare of society. The committee discussed both topics together to enhance their knowledge on both agendas, and the committee to help them perform well over the next few days. The many weeks of committee sessions were exhilarating, and it feels surreal to stand before all of you, and of course, my own committee, WHO, whom Ishan and I had amazing discussions with, both of us learning more and more with each committee session. Being the chairs of an enthusiastic committee that is energetic and eager to learn more has been an amazing experience. I expect the same energetic debates and enthusiasm to carry on in the next 3 days of GSMUN, resulting in effective resolutions that consist of insightful solutions and measures towards the agendas. Before I end, I'd like everyone to hear this quote by Sir Winston Churchill. I quote, "Healthy citizens are the greatest asset a country can have." I unquote. That's WHO. I wish everyone all the best for this GSMUN 2023. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Damien. I now present to you a song that stands as a protest against the ongoing war between Israel and Palestine. This number symbolizes peace and harmony between nations worldwide and signifies unity. The Harmonic Collective presents to you Holiday by Green Day.
Hear the sound of the falling rain, coming down like an Armageddon flame. The shame, the ones who died without a name. Hear the dogs howling out of key to a hymn called Faith and Misery, and bleed. The company lost the war today. I beg to dream and differ from the hollow lies. This is the dawning of the rest of our lives on holiday. Hear the drum pounding out of time. Another protester has crossed the line to find the money's on the other side. Can I get another amen? There's a flag wrapped around a score of men, a gag, a plastic bag on a monument. I beg to dream and differ from the hollow lies. This is the dawning of the rest of our lives on holiday. Sing high to the president, gas man. Bombs away is your punishment. Pulverize the Eiffel Towers who criticize your government. Bang, bang goes the broken glass and kill all of them that don't agree. Trials by fire, setting fire is not a way that's meant for me. Just cause, because we're out of there. I beg to dream and differ from the hollow lies. This is the dawning of the rest of our lives. I beg to dream and differ from the hollow lies. This is the dawning of the rest of our lives. This is our lives on holiday.
Thank you for that wonderful performance. Unfortunately, due to weather conditions, our keynote speaker, Colonel Rajiv Sharma, isn't available to attend this GSMUN. Therefore, we move on to the expression of gratitude. I call upon Araya Vastani to deliver the expression of gratitude.
It has been an honor to be part of GSMUN 2023 and I've also been given this pleasant duty of proposing the vote of thanks this morning to everyone that has helped make this MUN the best one yet. I begin by thanking the members of the senior management team, comprising Mr. Jacob Thomas, our president, Senior Vice President, Student and Staff Welfare, Ms. Sarah Jacob, and our Principal and Director, Dr. Madhav Dio Saraswat. Members of the Academic Council, teachers, your guidance in making this program a success cannot be understated. The IT team, the team of electricians, the sound engineers, and the campus supervisors and your team, we thank you all for your efforts put into this year's MUN. Lastly, I would like to thank all the students for being here today. A big thank you to our Secretary General, our 2 Deputy Secretaries, and our heads, co-heads, the press team, and our fellow delegates for working in clockwork precision in establishing a firm foundation for the conduct of the chapter of this year's MUN. Thank you all once again, and all the best for your upcoming conference.
Thank you, Araya. As we come to the conclusion of the ceremony, I would like to wish all the delegates the very best for the GSMUN.